Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Tuesday, the 3rd of January 2023. Well, we know that the transfer window has opened and we made a signing way back in the middle of December with Domu Maku, and we now wait to see. Obviously, he couldn't play in the game on New Year's Day because he needed to be registered the day before the game, and the window opened on the day of the game. But we wait to see whether he's involved in Sheffield United game, the FA Cup game on Saturday. There might be a chance they might be, because it seems both managers are trying their hardest to make many changes and not play the first team if they can avoid it. But apart from that, as I say, we haven't signed anyone else. We've let some players go though. Well, we've let Isaac Lofty go to Stockport County. Got a fee for him, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Hopefully he fulfills his potential at Stockport, and which he couldn't do at Millwall. But good luck to him there. They've also said that they're trying to get Aidan Muller to leave, either on loan or permanent deals. So that looks like they're definitely 100% trying to get him out. So does that mean there is room for bringing someone else in? Well, Gary Rowett said that they're not looking for squad players. They have enough strength in depth. They want a bit of quality. So when, if, when, how, when, who? Who's this quality that we're trying to sign? Who is it? When are they signing? We are in a very, very, very good position. Gary Rowett and the staff of the team have done a fantastic job. They've addressed some of the problems that existed, whether knowingly or reluctantly, changing the formation, doing certain things. The away form has started to improve. The home form is as strong as it's ever been. We're attacking more, though we're not scoring as many goals as our attack should lead to, but it still means we are doing quite well now. We still have the odd game where we don't have a shot on target, but that used to be the norm back in the day. That's now few and far between. So it seems we are progressing. Now, transfer window, quality signings. Who? Well, is it Chiedozie Ogbene? Is it him? This is from that millwallpodcast.co.uk. And they say Millwall are allegedly interested in signing Rotherham United forward Chiedozie Ogbene, and but they do not mention where this story came from. And I'm trying to look through it and look back. Like, who's mentioned this? Who's mentioned that we're interested in? What's the story here? And no one has. And then they go through his career. So if you don't know, he's a 25-year-old. He scored 6 goals and notched up 2 assists in 19 Championship games for the Millers so far this season. Ogbene started his senior career in Cork City before moving to Limerick, where he scored 8 goals in 32 appearances. The big move for him was to Brentford when they were in the Championship, though, where he spent a season but was loaned out to Exeter City for the season, where he made 14 appearances. In 2019, Rotherham signed the Irishman, yet he's another Irish Nigerian, and he has now made 100 appearances for the Yorkshire-based side, scoring 10 goals. In 2021, Ogbene made his Republic of Ireland debut and scored 3 goals in 10 games. Millwall are allegedly interested in signing Rotherham United forward Chiedozie Ogbene. 25-year-old has scored 6 goals and notched up 2 assists. Oh, it's for some reason it's repeated itself. Okay, I don't know why it did that, but yeah. But they don't give a source, and I tried to find the source, and all I could find really, there was sources saying that Swansea City were interested in signing. That was about a week or so ago. And now our name has been thrown in. Why? It could be we may be interested in signing him. It could be that this is how transfer deals work. Could be that the deal with Swansea is kind of hitting a few speed bumps, and they want to get it going again, so they throw Millwall's name in there to get Swansea City to get their acting gigs. Well, if you don't want him, we'll take him somewhere else. It could be as well. Now, I don't know this for certain. I literally have no idea about it. So I'm just speculating. I'm just some weirdo on the internet making videos for you to watch. He is an Irish Nigerian. We have just signed an Irish Nigerian, Adomu Imaku. If they have the same agent, which they may or may not, like I said, I don't know. While speaking to the agent about the Adomu Imaku deal, it may have come up that Chiedozie Ogbene, seeing that Rotherham United looked to be relegated again, he was there last time when they got relegated. He stuck with them in League One. I'll show you that later as we go through his stats. That he doesn't want to go through that again. He wants to keep progressing and getting better and better. And the season that he's having now is his best season that he's had. In terms of production, in terms of rating, he's doing pretty good. At a decent level, at the Championship level. So he does not want to go back down, I'm assuming. So he said, well, let me go now. Might as well go now. Why prolong this? Let's get moving. So yeah. But like I said, I can't find the source for it. Now that doesn't mean it's not true. Because here's the thing, if it is true and they're trying to do the deal, if say someone at the Southern News or the South London Press goes to Millwall and asks about it, Millwall will say, listen, off the record, we're trying to do the deal. Please do not mention anything about this. When the deal's about to be done, we'll give you the go ahead. You can write the stories and get the clicks and the views, and you can push it out there. Thank you very much. Because they might be trying to do that. I don't know. So silence doesn't mean anything. The fact that there's no official source doesn't mean anything. But like I said, all I could find that he was linked with Swansea City. So if he's linked with Swansea City, it probably means that either Rotherham are trying to cash in on him before they get relegated. They're probably trying to cash in with him. If he's their best asset, I think after the game that we just saw, their goalkeeper was the best asset. But if he's their best asset and the one that is easily sellable, if they can sell him, get some money, and then try and reinvest that in some players to try and stay up, because I think it's, to be fair, their Championship team in name only. They look to be getting relegated this season again. They're in a battle with Wigan, Huddersfield, and Blackpool. I think it's 3 of those 4 going down. It's definitely three of those going down. So they might be trying to sell some assets to bring some half decent players, maybe some loan deals in that they know to try and keep them up so that at the end of the season, if they do get relegated, those loans can go back. I don't know. But let's have a look and see Chiedozie Ogbene. Who is he? Right, so he's a forward. Sometimes plays outside right, which is kind of weird because that's basically the same outside right, it's the same position as Adomu Imaku. Now, this is what he's stuff this season. What he's done this season. So he's had 2 games and 2 sub appearances for Ireland in the UEFA Nations League. 6.1 rating, didn't score. In the Championship, started 18 games, 2 sub appearances, 6 goals, 2 assists, 3 man of the matches. not bad. League Cup, he was come off the bench in the League Cup, so he was rested for the League Cup. Here, this is his positions. So he's got a rating of 6.83 when he plays centre forward. When he plays a right forward, he's got a 5.98. And he's come off the bench and scored 2 goals, so that's not bad. Here are his strengths, weaknesses, and styles of play. So, okay. These are his matches this season. If we look at, is it this one? No, that's the same one. What am I doing? This one. These are his full list of games this season. From June, playing for Ireland, didn't score against Armenia, didn't score against Ukraine. In 2 games against Ukraine, did not score. First game of the season against Swansea, scored a goal, got man of the match. So that's probably why Swansea are interested, because they've seen him do well. I got the rating of 7.92, and then he scores in the next couple of games in the League Cup and against Reading. Rotherham beat Reading 4-0. Holy moly, what a game! 9.06, which is his highest rating so far. So he hit the start of the season on fire. So he was obviously well up for it. Rotherham just got promoted from League One last season. So these are his first games in the Championship. So he's got a point to prove. He's on it. He's seriously trying. Then again, a man of the match and a goal against QPR in a 1-1 draw. A man of the match and a goal against Rotherham in a 3-0 win. Goal against Burnley in a 3-2 defeat. And a goal against Bristol City in a 3-1 defeat. A bit patchy. He gets, basically when he scores, he gets a really high rating. And when he doesn't score, he does get a bit of a low rating at times. Against Millwall in that 1-1 game, got a 5.81. So he does go as low as 5, mid-5s, when it's not on for him. But when he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's bad. So that seems to be the way of it. If we look at his history overall, like I said, he went to Brentford, only played off the bench for them in the Championship over 2 seasons, 6.34, 5.96, but coming off the bench doesn't really need anything at all. So then he leaves and he joins Rotherham while they were still in the Championship back then, a couple of seasons ago. 6 appearances, 5 sub appearances, didn't score, but got a rating of 6.47. So it seems to be doing well. But they get relegated. He stays with them next season. They're in League One. He starts 37 games, 8 sub appearances. Only 3 goals and 5 assists though. In a team that got promoted out of League One. I think they were second in League One. I think Wigan won the league. Rotherham was second, I think. Or did they go up by the playoffs? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm not that bothered. But so for a striker to score only 3 goals in a team that got promoted in League One, kind of odd. Probably should be getting more than that. 6.87 rating though, and that gives him his success at Rotherham, the promotion. Now he's a Championship player. He starts for Ireland. He's involved in the World Cup qualifiers a couple of seasons ago. While they're in League One, he starts 2 games and gets 2 goals and a rating of 7.7. Then this season for Ireland in the UEFA Nations League, not so much. Two starts, no goals, same amount of minutes, no or more, 209, but doesn't really have the output. Probably playing better teams. I don't know who these goals came against. With San Marino, Gibraltar, someone like that. I don't know. Maybe. Now this season, Rotherham steps on the gas. He's in the big boy leagues now. He's back. He's progressed. 18 starts, 6 goals, 2 assists. So he's definitely improving as a player. He's getting better. And you could say in half of a season in the Championship, really. I mean, he had 6 games before a couple of years ago, but a couple of years later, to score 6 goals in a struggling team in half a season in the Championship, that's pretty decent, to be honest. And in terms of Millwall and who we're going to sign, the quality that we're going to sign, I think this is about the kind of level that we can expect. I think he's proven himself, hasn't he, in the Championship? He's a proven Championship goal scorer, I think. And that's what we probably want now. We've got We've got Bradshaw. He's on 6 goals, I believe, isn't he? Or is it 5? He had a hat trick and then he scored a 2, so maybe it is 5. So, is this the answer? I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a punt. It should be. He's 25. I mean, he seems decent enough. He's a solid Championship striker with international connections and appearances. So you would think, you see what he did at the start of the season for Rotherham, like making that step up. He stepped on the gas and played well, scored goals. If he comes to Millwall and realises, hey, this is another step up, that he could do more and step on the gas. And if he's got players like Zian Flemming and George Saville and whatnot around him, maybe putting better chances on a plate for him, he might get even more goals, and he might get the goals that help us get promoted from this league. And he might find himself, if he does join Millwall in 5 months' time, he might find himself a Premiership player. And how would that be? What a year that would be for him. So yeah, we've been linked to Chiedozie Ogbene. There he is there, another Irish Nigerian. And we wait and see. Is he the answer? Are we even interested? Who knows? I couldn't even find a proper story written up that we were. So maybe we are, maybe we aren't. But I think it would be a decent signing. It's not like super one to get super excited about, like Zian Flemming. But yeah, I think it's one of those like, okay, this might be decent, it might not, but it's interesting, and it would be good if it worked out. Now, moving on to southwarknews.co.uk, what are they talking about today? Gary Rowett, pleased? Is he pleased as Millwall cracked code for breaking down defensive opponents? Well, steady on. I mean, it's Rotherham United. I mean, don't count your chickens before they've hatched. The Lions would have beaten Rotherham United by more goals if not for a sensational performance from goalkeeper Victor Johansson. Indeed, indeed. Mill's patchy home record hasn't been helped by the opponents in the last few weeks. The Lions drew each of their 3 previous matches that had been before Rotherham United visited EFL 16 on New Year's Day. In that time, they scored just once, failing to beat 10-man Hull City, Wigan Athletic, and Bristol City. The key issue that Gary outside faced is that all 3 teams set up with a low block, packing the penalty area and sitting deep in order to leave with a positive result. Hull's response felt natural given that they had a man sent off in the first half, and it was Liam Rossinia's first game in charge of the Tigers. But fans became concerned when Wigan and Bristol City took the same approach in order to frustrate Millwall. It left some supporters fearful ahead of Sunday's match against Rotherham, with the Millers desperately needing a result to maintain their healthy cushion on the bottom 3. However, the Lions adopted a different style of play by using their width to exploit gaps between the visitors, wing-backs and centre-backs, giving them countless opportunities to test goalkeeper Victor Johansson. The Swedes' incredible performance, which included 9 saves, saw him face 11 shots on target from a total of 27, while Millwall managed to record an XG of 3.20. Although they could have won by more than 3 goals, it shows that Rowett's men have what it takes to break down stubborn defensive opponents, something which will be crucial if they are to claim a space in the top 6 at the end of the season. You see it up and down the country all the time, the Mill boss said after the game. You watch Premier League games. I watched the game earlier, Villa versus Tottenham. Tottenham had a lot of the ball, and Villa made it very difficult. Sometimes you can break teams down, sometimes you can't. It's like we said before, if you tune in afterwards and see a 0-0 at Millwall, you think we've just not played well enough. Sometimes you have to give credit to the opposition. Sometimes they come and make it very, very difficult. Some teams come and play, some teams come and sit and defend and make it bloody hard. We've got to find a solution to win both styles of games. That's what good teams do. I was pleased we did that today after 300 draws in a row. I think it was important that we won today's game. But I think the way we did it was even more impressive. Indeed, yes it was, Mr. Garrett. Yes it was. Moving on now to this as well from southwarknews.co.uk. Millwall thinking outside of the box with unique set-piece routines. 17 of the Lions' 32 league goals so far this season have come from set-piece situations. Set pieces have undoubtedly been one of Millwall's strengths since the start of the season, but teams have started to nullify their threat in recent weeks. The Lions' record from corners and free kicks is second to none in the Championship. Some sides have managed to frustrate them by wrestling key players such as Jake Cooper, Sean Hutchinson and Murray Wallace. As a result, manager Gary Rowett opted to take a different approach against Rotherham United on Sunday afternoon. Although their opening goal came from just traditional free kick routine, Tom Bradshaw headed into the back of their net early on. Later in the half, George Honeyman's corner brought out the Millers' defence, bending it outside of the box for Callum Styles to volley. Powerful effort. Pardon me. Off of Andreas Vogelsang with the ball flying narrowly wide of the post. In the second half, the German combined with Zian Flemming to play a short free kick routine that ultimately didn't work. Although Rowett admitted that his side have been practicing different methods to find the back of the net from set pieces. We're always looking for ways to mix it up, he said after. Teams have obviously focused on the likes of Coops now in 40 years with that first contact. We spoke a lot about mixing up the delivery up and keep asking questions of the opposition so that we don't become too predictable. Like I said before, the lads do great work in that sense and they got that freedom to go and innovate a little bit. We don't want to mix it up too much so we lose our effectiveness. I think good delivery, good runs and good attacking headers are the way to go. But it's nice to keep doing something different. What styles he brings is that he's got a different delivery. George Honeyman as well. Outswingers, in-swingers, they've got a real good accuracy. We scored the goal with Bradders, the first one in that way. It's a lovely header from him as well. It's not an easy one. And they cut it off there. So, yeah. I don't know if they've been watching my videos. Hello, if you are. Hello. Hello. I said this. I said, don't moan that they're wrestling Cooper. Find a way around it. Use him as a decoy. If they want to team up him in 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and jump all over him, use him as a decoy. And then when they do bring him down the box and the ball's nowhere near him, that's an off the ball. And the referee's probably more likely going to do that because it's not in a fair competition for the ball. You're literally dragging a guy down when the ball's nowhere near him. That's a penalty. Point to the spot. Whereas if it looks like two players are jumping for the ball, in reality one's being wrestled and he's having a shirt pull, and the ref doesn't give it, he's going to say, well, he's one of 6 of one, half dozen in the other. So it's good to see whether they are or are not listening to what I'm saying in these videos, that they are shaking it up a bit, figuring a few things out, which is good. That's what you got to do. Like Rowett says, what did he say? It's nice to keep doing something different. It is nice. It is nice. So we got a tweet from the Sky Bet Championship, the official Twitter from them. Bradshaw and Styles made the EFL Championship Team of the week. They didn't make the EFL Team of the Week. And not only that, but Rotherham United's goalkeeper made the EFL Championship Team of the Week. So there you go. His team lost 3-0 and he still made the Team of the Week. Not bad for a goalkeeper, huh? So yeah. How good is he? Can he play with the ball at his feet? Does he want to move to Millwall as well? He can come with Ogbene, huh? Yeah, so there's your EFL Championship Team of the Week, Bradshaw and Styles. So, goal of the year. Zian Flemming scores Millwall's goal of 2022. So this is from a vote. Did you vote? I didn't vote. But he got 70% of the vote. And this was the Rotherham game, the game that turned it all around. Not the one now, the one before. In October, where this was the first outing of a new formation. That Gary Rowett reluctantly brought in after players had a little moan. And this was where it all turned around. So let's have it
forwards, out wide. Flemming cuts inside onto his left foot, takes a shot with power.
Oh, what a goal
that is! 25 yards out, top corner.
Why is it not working?
Keeper, not a chance. One out wide. Flemming cuts inside onto his left foot, takes a shot with power.
Oh, what a goal
that is! 25 yards out, top corner. Keeper, not a chance. 1-1.
Well, there's no doubt about that one. That goal belongs to Zian Flemming, and what a hit that is from the Flying Dutchman. It's an absolute rocket into the top corner to bring us back into this game. It's an absolute stunning finish from Zian Flemming onto his left foot straight away, sees he's got a bit of space in front of him and absolutely smashes that into the top corner for his second goal of the season. 1-1.
To the edge of the penalty area, Wallace sets up Mitchell, edge of the box, plays the ball.
Boom, there you go. Good night, Vienna. Yeah, so that was Millwall supporters' goal of the year. 70% of you voted for that. Not bad, not bad. Now, we're going to finish with a bit of a tangent, a bit of a odd turn, quite literally. And I saw this, and I wondered what the F is this about? This is from thepentheatre.com, and they're advertising a show called Millwall Jew. And there he is there, the Jew in question, whose name is Ivor Dembina. He's got a photo there. I'm going to give you a few seconds. Do you know where that was taken, that photograph? Have a look around. Figured it out yet? South Bermondsey exit, the steps exit, South Bermondsey. Yeah, so what is this about? Well, I think it is a comedy show. So, let's have a read of this. So he's got some shows coming up at this theatre. So one day, I got sick of people assuming that because I am a Jew, I support Tottenham Hotspur. Jewish stand-up comedian Ivor Dembina brings us work in progress on his new solo show, Millwall Jew. It's the comedy story of how, at the age of 71, the South Londoner decided to support his nearest football club, Millwall. Ivor Dembina is the UK's leading Jewish stand-up comic. Is he? I thought that was Salowich, the geezer who nearly got banned. Got banned from Edinburgh, didn't he? Is he not Jewish? And he arrives at Penn with an armful of 4-star, 5-star reviews. In 2019 at the Edinburgh Festival, he picked up editor's pick of the Fringe Award. With a reputation for using the traditional flavour of Jewish humour to tackle tricky subjects in Millwall Jew, he'll be asking how helpful, whether it be religion, football or anything else, is our current preoccupation with identity. Well, that sounds like a riot there. And what better place for him to ask that than at Penn, a theatre venue which stands far away from his Jewish roots in the shadow of the home of his newly adopted team, Millwall. So yeah, there you go. So he said he became a Millwall supporter at 71. How old is he now? Is he 71 now? Like literally, like when did he become a Millwall supporter? Anyone seen him down the ground? I wouldn't want him sitting in front of me with that bloody big hat on, no. But yeah, 71-year-old Jewish Millwall fan who basically just moved to the area and decided to start going to the games, I guess. Yeah, a bit of a weird one this. So this is at a theatre which is just around the corner from Millwall. the dates here: the 16th, the 23rd, the 30th of January, the 6th of February, 8 p.m. They're all Monday. Now I don't know if you know this. Monday, not basically the biggest day for a comedy show. What you'll find is most venues normally do a quiz day on Monday because they put quizzes on to try and get people out to the pubs and stuff on Mondays because they're usually dead. Usually absolutely dead. So good luck to either in getting people out to these shows on a Monday night. Tickets only £6 though, so. And here's the thing, it is a work in progress. So if anyone wants to go there and have a meta joke of themselves, go to the show and laugh at absolutely everything he says, and then he won't know which bits are funny and which aren't. And that would be hilarious then. But yeah, it looks like he's trying to do this show, get it tuned up and good enough to take to this year's Edinburgh, it seems. That's what work in progress normally means. He's going a bit early with it in January because Edinburgh's in August. But they normally go in March and stuff and do this, but fair enough to him. He's off on it. Now, what is this place? Never heard of this place. Well, here it is. It is Penn Theatre, Penhoff Centre, Penhoff Street, SE15 1TR. Now, yes, literally, stone's throw from Surrey Canal Road, Millwall's Stadium, is an SE15 postcode. These roads here, Record Street, Hatcham Road, Ormside Street, they're SE15. I think the most normally part of SE15, which is the second postcode if you don't know. Now I've lived in a 20-minute walk from this area. I've walked up and down the Alderton Road many times in my life. 40 years, man and boy. I've never been down these side streets. This is like a little dead end. It's a little cul-de-sac. I know a lot of Millwall fans, they park up on these roads because it's like warehouses and office buildings and stuff. There's not really any houses down there. So at weekends there's plenty of parking spaces to go around. But if you walk down there, you can't walk through to anywhere else. You basically have to walk down there, walk along, and then come back on the road. And in my life, I've never in my life have I walked down the roads. And here you go. This is it. They have a term called off Broadway. That basically means it's a show. It's not on the main. It's not like in the West End. It's off of the West End. This is off Broadway. This is that looks basically like an office building, office suite. They don't have the whole building. They just have one little office in that building. And if you want to get inside to the theatre, you have to press 22 on the intercom. That's totally normal for theatres, isn't it? That you buzz on the intercom to get let in. It's located on the first floor to the right of the courtyard. The black door. Black door. So yeah, there you go. It's yeah, it's a theatre set up in an office block. And I don't know if you know this. If when you go to Millwall games, you only go from South Bermondsey to the ground and then back up again, and you've never walked down this end of Alderton Road. If you do it now, you're probably in for a bit of shock because they are knocking things down and building up massive blocks of flats everywhere down Alderton. They done it on the Barnaby. Was it the Barnaby? They knocked that pub down, smashed it down, and built flats there. The Builders Merchants Yard that's adjacent to the railway, right at the end of the Alderton Road on the junction, close to the junction with Old Kent Road. They've knocked that down. They're building massive flats there, hundreds of flats. And that's what they're doing now. And it seems a lot of these warehouses and stuff and office blocks, they're on short-term rents now, so that you can't get a legitimate business to move into there. Because if they're on a 6-month, if the landlords have given them a 6-month rolling contract, because they're just waiting to knock the building down, build massive flats, the only people they can get to move in are artists, studios, and theatres and stuff like this with the dirt cheap rent, and they basically kick you out at the drop of a hat notice. So this is what we're getting. But yeah, so the Millwall Jew show is being held in one of these places, and here it is. So if you wanted to, £6. It's on a Monday. It's on the 16th, the 23rd, the 30th of January, and the 6th of February. £6. You go to click on that button on. Oh, this is the Pen Theatre, PEN Theatre, RE, English spelling, not ER.com, yeah. And you go on there, go to shows, what's on, click on buy tickets, and Millwall Jew. And if you do go there, let me know if it's any good. But kind of weird, like a 71-year-old doing stand up. Like he's at least 70, maybe older. I don't know how long. He said he started supporting Millwall at 70. If he's older than 71, he looks good. But it's kind of weird. I don't know, like, did he like retire and then think, well, what am I gonna do while I'm retired? Well, I'll become a stand-up. Why not? So is that what he's been doing? Very interesting that you've got a 70-year-old stand-up and talking about Millwall. Or was it preoccupation with identity? Coming from a man who's called his show the Millwall Jew. Interesting stuff. What a world we live in. And on that note, thank you for watching. Goodbye.